Hello everyone, welcome, good evening. We are going to be doing something at David's Kitchen today. I'm going to be making something I've never made before, beef pasta stir fry. So the first thing we have to do is get the pasta going. So what I've done is I can see that pan on the very back here, right there. That's on level 2. I'm going to take it up to level 6 and get it up. I've had kind of a slow warming session on it. And I'm going to take a pinch of Himalayan sea salt and put it in there. Yeah. I always cook with Himalayan sea salt. It adds like, what, 84 minerals and elements. So just a little pinch of some salt in that water. All right. You could probably use regular salt, but I'm just using extra salt to infuse into the pasta. And today I'm going to be cooking with a half a box of rotini, tricolor rotini, integrated, completely biracial or triracial. You've got green, orange, and white in there, and I don't know any green tortilla. Rotini is a really good product too. It's part of a healthy diet, provides steady energy, and it has a non-GMO ingredient called wheat. It's real pasta, Italy's #1 brand of pasta, Barilla, non-GMO. And I got this box for $1 at Kroger, or my version of Kroger, which is Fred Meyer. So I've got a half a box left. I'm only going to use a half a box in spirit of keeping a low carb thing, you know? You can't see it in the box, but anyway, that's going in the water. And what I like to do is I like to put a little Italian seasoning in that water. So I have this Italian herb that I buy in bulk. Okay, just give it a couple shakes. No more than a half a teaspoon. I mean, that's overkill. Quarter of a teaspoon. Isn't that a great idea to put Italian herbs in your pasta water? And that Himalayan sea salt is great, especially if you're a Buddhist. They really like that. Well, I don't know. I don't need a cookbook, you guys. You guys can just go to my YouTube site and check it out. Yeah. Okay, Starry Dream says this meal is going to be delicious. I think so. Let me show you the beef. That's the best part. Now I got the beef for $1.99 for a package, and I froze it immediately. Sliced roast beef. This is roast beef. Look at that. Look at the patina on that roast beef. You see that? Nice, huh? It's not brown or gray. Okay, it's open oven roasted, ready to eat. Look at that. Wow. No monosodium glutamate. That's good. 0 trans fat, gluten free. 96% fat free. How about that for pure beef? That's like a lot of beef. 12 ounces for $1.99. So normally this would be like $4.99. Look around for something like this in your meat, and check back. Go back to the same store and just see if they have any expired meat. Well, it looks good to me, and I froze it immediately. So it's been in the freezer for about, I'd say, 6 months. No, that's not. I can't tell if this cow was eating GMO food or not. I can't tell you that. All I know is this is real deli sliced roast beef. Okay, we're boiling. Let's go ahead and put that in there. I'm going to put the tricolor rotini, the half a box, in there right now. And immediately start stirring. You want to keep that, don't let it stick, all right? And of course, recycle the box. Put it in your paper recycling. Don't throw it in the garbage. Your recycler has a paper recycler in your area. And they'll take it even though it has a little bit of plastic right there, so you can see through the window. They'll take it. So. I'm going with the theme that people think I'm a robot. Anyway, thanks for coming in and watching. You could remove the plastic, but they don't care. All right, so let's go ahead and put that roast beef aside. Today we're going to be cooking on top of the $2. I'm cooking with a half of a cabbage, equivalent of $1. And yeah, I got this cabbage for about $1.50 actually, on sale. So I'm going to cook with about a half of that cabbage. And I only have another $1 to spare, so I've got a red pepper that I paid 50 cents for. And that held up. Yeah, go ahead. Hello?
Yeah,
I'm pretty good. Yeah, she's not in right now, so. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll tell her you called though. All right. And I'll try to have her call you when you get home if she can. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. That was a call for Sarah. And then I have this green pepper that I didn't know what to do with. It was going bad, and this is all I had left of it. I paid 50 cents for this. Okay, stir that pasta in. No sticking. Rotini is going to take about 12 minutes max. I'm not going to totally cook it thoroughly, so I'm going to actually, yeah, so I washed this green pepper off. It's good to go. And we just have one stalk of celery today, so I'll wash that off too. I try to use all of the things in my cabinet, you know. I have some organic broccoli, so I have 50 cents left. And I have some organic broccoli and some stalks that I picked up for an amazing deal. It's like $1.99 a pound, and this is less than a half a pound, so I'm going to add this as an add-on. Oh, and Sarah's hair is not included in that. The one thing you don't want to do is cook with hair. So that's beautiful hair, but I just don't need it in the cooking right now. All right. Yeah, if you get like now, and see, you can never get it off your hand. That's the problem with hair. I'm sure you've all encountered this. Yeah. Sorry to sidetrack you, but I think it's gone. Okay. I don't know if you've ever had something with hair in it, but it's a nightmare. Oh, that was great. Ugh. I just dropped all these little pieces of broccoli out of there on the floor. So I'm going to put it in the compost heap. So I won't actually waste any food at all. It'll go back into the garden. Okay, pretend like this is kind of like Mr. Rogers, except I'm not weird and I'm not a guy who wears sweaters. All right. Another stir on the pasta. I'm going to start a big pan here, over here, on level 3. Meanwhile, I'm going to start cutting up some onion. Peeling the skin off, we're going to use 1 large onion at a cost of 20 cents. So if you want to take this dinner up to $5, I really don't care, you know, but I'm doing it for 4. One of the reasons why I like roast beef, and even if I buy it in packages, have you ever been to a Chinese restaurant and tried to eat the beef there? Have you ever had a Mongolian broccoli stir fry at a Chinese restaurant? Every Chinese restaurant I've ever been to in America has been the toughest meat. You can't even eat it. It's like eating rubber. Yeah, it's not so good, is it, Patty? It's like, what the hell? What is that meat? Is that dog meat, or what are they? What kind of meat is that? You cop onions, really? You once had a pasta dish and at a not cheap restaurant, there were roaches in your sauce. I sent it back and got my fried ship and never went back to that place again. Yeah, Rex, it's amazing you even went back. Roaches, really? Oh my God. Possibly squab. All I can tell you is the beef they put in these Mongolian, you can't even eat it. So this beef is all melt in your mouth beef. One thing you can get with sliced roast beef is pretty tender. That's why I buy it at the past due section in my meat counter. What do you have? You want me to open up my Facebook account to look at something? Okay. What is this? Oh, I gotta log in, see? Yeah, could you name your links? Otherwise we won't know what it is. Okay. Did I lose focus? All right, I'm pretty good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna cut that onion up and put it in that pan over there. I put some olive oil in the pan. The typical 2 tablespoons, or say 3. 3 tablespoons. I eye it on. Now you can use other kinds of oil in this dish, but beef is probably better with olive oil. Don't use corn oil because it's genetically modified. Thank you. Okay, great. I'm trying to smile more because people don't think I smile enough. One half of an onion. When working with a knife, always focus. Yeah, peanut oil is okay, but I'm really worried about peanut oil. I definitely would not use WD-40 or any motor oil in your cooking. Definitely not. I don't think corn oil is great because it's GMO. Oh no. God, no. I guess you're not having children. You'll be sterilized by the GMOs in the corn. Yes. Why are you sending me the same video again? Talk about it. Don't just dump a video in our show. Peanut oil is not non-GMO. No, unless it says non-GMO. Food is not safe. Baby oil is not something you'd want to cook with. Castor oil, I'd probably cook with castor oil before I'd cook with corn oil. I'm serious. And have you ever had castor oil? It's like a fish. I used to eat it. My mother gave me a spoonful of castor oil every couple of months. Just, David, this is good for you. Turns out it's got omega-3 up the yin-yang. And if you've been to the yin-yang, you know what I mean. Okay, let's put those onions in that hot pan. It's got the oil cooking. So, I'm going to give that pasta another stir. There we go. Okay. The pan's on level 3. I'm going to take it on level 6. I bounce between 3 and 6 on a daily basis, so I'm going to go ahead and do these celeries. Take the bottom off the celery so you don't use that or anything at the top. What I do when I cut is I put my knife down like that, and I just drop the knife down like a guillotine. Now, if you have a lot of celery and it's the only thing you've got, there's an old piece of celery. I'm going to cook with that. Get rid of the bad part. If you've got a big piece of celery, go ahead and slice it really long diagonal. Yeah, so if you're flex cooking and you need to do something really special, make those long slices so they actually look more like a stir fry. But I've got cabbage and other things here that I'm going to work with. Okay. Whoops. I will wash that off. There we go. Okay, this red pepper looks like it's ready to eat. 50 cents. I was really surprised. I'm just going to prep some of these vegetables right now and go for long slices on the pepper. You don't want to have them too small, otherwise you'll lose track of them in a stir fry. So take them like that and go like this. And people don't like those seeds, so make sure you get the seeds out of there. Sarah's really can't stand those seeds. I mean, she's really fastidious about that. I was quite surprised. And if you want to stretch it out and make it for 8 people, just cut it in half, like that. All right. I'm going to do the same with the green pepper. There we go. Nice. Okay, I got those onions smell going. Press it around. I'm going to throw a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning in the onions. So I'm just going to toss a little onion powder in there. The first thing you have to cook is the stock. It's going to be the hardest thing. So because it's organic, I'm not really worried about it, but I am going to rinse it off just to give it a little wetness to it so it steams faster. Okay, we're going to do a steamed fry, so you don't want to cook with a rubber band. If you find a rubber band in your dinner, people really they freak out. These stalks are edible. You can cook with them, but you have to do them this way. You have to cut them like this. Slice the sides off of them, because the sides are inedible. And you'll see a nice green area inside like that. You can use that. Now the reason why I get the onions going first is because when they caramelize, they get a really good taste. So they add that taste to everything around it. You don't want to use a peeler on this. It won't work. You need a little leverage because these stalks are pretty tough, but the inside of that broccoli, because it's a cruciferous vegetable, is very good. It prevents cancer and all kinds of things. I'm going to do a nice tight dice on this because I want it to cook fast with the onions. Okay, I guess our rotini is done. I'm going to turn the water off over here completely. And I'm just going to let it cover it, and let it sit for a bit. Meanwhile, I'm going to throw the broccoli in the middle of the pan. Now the Chinese, they cook with a lot of soy sauce, and you get a lot of salt. But this dinner does require a little soy sauce. The meat's going to have some salt in it, but I get Bragg organic all-purpose soy sauce, non-GMO, and it's great. You can just spray it right on there, and it limits the soy sauce, but you get a little bit of flavor. I won't be doing that until I get everything in there. I don't think I'm going to be adding Parmesan. No, I might, yeah. Especially at the end, Patty. You're right. Good idea. No feet showing today because some of you foot fetish people are really you'd probably have a little mini orgasm if you saw my feet. I have perfect feet. They were designed to be exactly like the human form. Yeah, I don't want to, make you too excited here. So hold back on that. No. All right. Okay, I'm about ready to mix everything together here. And the steam fry portion of the dinner is going to start right now. Okay, I'm going to take my veggies that I just cut, starting with the celery, and throw it in the pan. I'm going to do the red peppers, the green peppers, and the broccoli. But I'm not going to put the broccoli in yet, because what I plan on doing is spraying this with a little bit of the soy sauce. Covering it up. Right now it's glazing on the bottom, and it's still cooking at a high temp. I'm going to get this prepped. Rinse it off. Now this is not organic, and you can't find it organic at that price, so I got it for $1. I'm going to use $1 portion. This was $1.50. So I'm going to use about 75 cents worth, really. I'm going to bisect it right away, right in the middle, and keep the part with the stalk. And I'm only going to cook with this section right here. And anything that on the outside that's a little bit blemish-wise, you want to get rid of that. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and bisect it and put it right in there. And I'm going to cut it crisscross like that, about 1 inch apart. Okay. It's time to drain my pasta. So before I do anything on the other thing, while the other is cooking, I'm going to drain the pasta. Come here. So I'm going to put some filtered water down the drain. I'm just going to pour that in there. Okay. All right, good. Okay, it's starting to get a little cooked at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put the cabbage right on top. And on top of that, you want to put your broccoli. That's going to steam at the slowest rate. You don't want to have too much broccoli in there. Flowers, the flowers will cook very fast. But it'll cook at the same rate as the cabbage. Okay, now take another spray of another equivalent of another ½ teaspoon of soy sauce. Or no, 1/4 teaspoon. So it's a total of about ½ teaspoon of soy sauce in this meal, because if it's a full teaspoon, that's a lot of salt. And like I said, the roast beef's got salt in it, so. Okay, great. I'm done with the cutting board, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the meat on a plate. Wipe this off. Never cut meat on a breadboard. It'll contaminate the breadboard and you'll be eating, putrefied meat or salmonella or something forever. I don't know, it's a non-GMO source, so it's not the soy that you would expect to have genetically modified soy, which is obviously causing problems in some people. Save our monuments, right, gotcha, thank you. David, you about to eat some of those words about Trump? No, Trump is going to jail, I told you. Donald Trump Jr. is probably going to be indicted. Yeah. Mueller is waiting. I think there's a national security issue going on. Trump's trying to obstruct justice throughout almost everything he does right now. He's trying to stop the case. Trump is trying everything he can do, Twitter, otherwise committing obstruction, anything he can do. All right, I'm going to cover that up, but first, here comes the steam fry aspect. I'm going to add water to it. Okay, give it a shake. All right. Now let's cut the meat up. What do you say? Looks like it's going to be one of these rip open packages, which are pretty easy. Beautiful. Smells good. Smells as fresh as the day it was harvested. That's 12 ounces of meat, everybody. Roast beef. Look at that. Beautiful. You don't get that at a Chinese restaurant. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm telling you, when I spot these roast beef things, packages on sale, I say, Sarah, let's get one. Let's get a couple. Freeze them. All right, thank you. Got my handy wipe here. Yeah, I just couldn't pass this opportunity up to make some roast beef. Now the pasta is going to go in the big dish with everything. Yep. And we're going to mix all this up in the big bowl today. Yeah, the meat's going to be put in as soon as I get some of the other vegetables are cooking at level 6 right now and infusing with steam and that olive oil. And I like to give the pan a couple of, I actually grab it, go like that, mix it around. I think I like your idea of using a little bit of Parmesan. I like that idea. So I'm going to take my mega container of Parmesan and just top my pasta off with a little Parmesan while it sits. All right. Hey, you're not allowed to use that whatever you're doing. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Hey, thanks for coming into my pre-show. Not many people can do 2 shows and have separate setups, and I feel very blessed that I have this extra computer. The system in the other room cost around $2,000. This computer cost around $1,000. And we found a line in it. And because Technology Thursday is happening today, we found a line in it, and we took it to Best Buy, and they said, hey, we're not going to replace this. We're not going to replace the screen. We'll get you a whole new computer because I'm under a 3-year warranty. So we're using the heck out of this computer with Windows 8 on it. You hear hacking noise in the background? The sound of a fan. Yeah, that's the sound of a fan. Great show. Thanks, Dumpster Peppers. Yeah, always include a description of the link. Man, the sound is shocking. I can hear hacking sounds in the background. What are you talking about? Yeah, the beef has a 3-year warranty too. I don't really care if the CIA has backdoors to my whole setup. I don't do anything online that would be considered illegal. I'm not doing anything. No. Are you all getting like an old computer loading stuff? Huh. I've got a fan. I've got 2 fans going. Maybe that's it. Well, Windows 8 sucks. So we're going to get a new upgrade. We can't even run XSplit properly without running the oldest version of XSplit I can find to even do the show. That's how many barriers I have to run through. Thank you, Scissorfight. That's how many barriers I have to run through just to do this. Yeah. And we've been through trial and error with every program out there, and XSplit is the best overall, but they still don't really work with Windows 8 that I've found. I don't know, Baron Steinbeer, you're new. We haven't seen you in around. I mean, how did you find out about our show? Hey, this is happening without me doing anything here. Let me slice the meat. Let me rinse my hands off a little bit. Yeah. I do have horseradish sauce. Yes, I can serve it with that. Okay, we're going to julienne this meat like that. Look at how incredibly tender this is. Wow, I can just cut it like nothing. It's amazing. Unlike the meat at the Chinese restaurants that I can't eat, this, every bite, you could practically cut it with a fork. It's amazing. And boy, am I cooking with a lot of meat here. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to cut this, bisect everything I just did like that. Just to make it a little bit, spread a little farther. Everybody gets a nice piece of meat that way. All right, rinse that knife off. Do you have headphones? Well, we might not have the sensitive hearing that you guys have. We may be, I've been under jets for the past 23 years, so I know I've lost at least 20% of my hearing. But if you're hearing a clicking sound, it might be the mainframe operating behind me. Audio animatronics are not easy to assemble in a small kitchen area. Robot Dave. Okay, here we go. Look at that meat. It's like rare. It's perfect. Make sure your cabbage is cooked down, and let's start mixing everything up. Beautiful. Everything's starting to cook. Oh, then go all the way to the bottom and pull everything up to the top. Just kind of give it a big stir. There you go. Looks good. I'm actually going to throw that meat right on top. Wow, that's fantastic. I'm going to turn the temperature down to low. That's right. Now this is already done. Now I notice that there's not a lot of juice in this dish. It's just kind of it's like really veggie, and the meats, there's not a lot of juice in the dish. So maybe I might want to throw some tomato juice in here. Lucky for me, I've got tomato juice, but I think, no, I've got cabbage. I don't want tomato juice in there. That would be horrible. Correction, don't do that. Horseradish. That's one way to ruin a meal. If you put horseradish in this meal, you would ruin it. It'd be destroyed. Vinegar, really? Should I add ketchup? Okay. You convince me. Should I have gourmet ketchup? Made with pineapple syrup and peach and honey and red chili peppers. That looks good. Or something just generic French's with no corn syrup. I think I'm going to go with a gourmet squirt. There's another option. For the ultimate taste, this will take it into a Mediterranean area. We could do another bottle of chimichurri that I picked up for 25 cents. Chimichurri or gourmet ketchup? C or K? Chimichurri with C or K for gourmet ketchup? You decide. I don't know. I have no idea what's happening on your computer, man. Your coin hive, when it kicks in, your computer starts to overtake itself. Both? K. K. No, you're not. You're just a KKK member. That's your problem. See? Nobody really likes the chimichurri. I'm going to put it away. I know Sarah would like it. Now, I want to tell people that you can add garlic at this stage when everything's just sitting, cooking in its own juices. Okay, I'll give a couple squirts of this gourmet ketchup and turn the flame back on. Okay. I'm going to give it another stir. Make sure all the meat's in there. Kind of give it a stab, kind of like focus on poking it now. You're going to have like a barbecue beef taste to this. It's going to be interesting. As in, you could use barbecue sauce. Yeah. I've never used it with cabbage, but the Vietnamese cook this way. They love it. They love ketchup in almost everything the Vietnamese do. I haven't spent much time in French Indochina. I never really got a chance to meet Anthony Bourdain and talk about the reason why he was being harassed by Hillary Rodham Clinton's operatives. I would have liked to have talked to him and why he ate the living heart of a python. I mean, what's going on? I mean, why would somebody do that? Do you like ketchup with your Parmesan? Hey, I think I'm appealing to the average person here. All right, we're almost ready. I'm just turning this up to kind of set the ingredients, take it to a high heat, and then turn it off. So I'm doing that right now. And all that noise is your computer heating up. That's correct. Your system is obviously being mined by CoinHive if you're on Vaughn. Really, you keep talking about the Vietnamese like we should all talk about that now. Like we should feel guilty that John McCain killed women and children, according to his statement in front of the POW slave masters. I heard about that. I still can't corroborate it, but if John McCain said he killed women and children for the North Vietnamese while they were torturing him, he had a good excuse. What's worse? Saying you killed women and children if you're in that situation and not having known fully well that you didn't kill women and children, or actually killing women and children and then admitting it, or killing women and children and then not admitting it. It's a wartime scenario John McCain was in. Think it through and get back to me. Well, so you're saying the audio is messed up here. Yeah, ketchup is pretty high in sugar. That's why I use gourmet ketchup made out of pineapple sugars. Okay, I'm turning that flame off now, and we're all set to mix. Then we can go in the other room and have fun. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, here we go. The nice thing about the meat being on the top, it goes down to the bottom. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Got a little carbonized at the bottom, but not too bad. Okay, now I'm going to take my wooden spatula or my wooden fork here and just give it a good twist. Nice. Keep that light on. Wow, look at that. Okay, I'm mixing the pasta up now. And the meat is mixed in with it. Everything's kind of being distributed evenly. This would make a really nice storage food for Sarah for lunches. I think I'll suggest this to her. She'd like this. It's high protein with vegetables, everything you need. All right, let's top it off with a little bit of Parmesan. And we are done. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing this evening with me at David's Kitchen. Appreciate it. I've always rewashed my anything I come out of the dishwasher because I don't trust the dishwasher soap, you know. I wipe it off just to make sure it's clean. Okay, cap it off. And that is one heck of a meal. That's going to be incredible. It looks really good. It doesn't look like crap at all. I'm eating some now. Nice. I like what the ketchup does to it. All right. Hey, I'm going to get ready for the show, so let's go on and do that. Thanks for watching. Okay, let's take a look at that. Can you post that in just a second? I'm going to start up the other browser. Hey, thanks everyone for watching Beef Pasta Stir Fry, $4 for 8. Take care.